Alright, so failing sucks. That shit has to be one of the most demoralizing feelings of all time. Like, putting in 100% of your effort just to get a fuck you slap to the face and say, yeah, you're not good enough, so you don't get to win. And as much as failing has turned people away, or at least me, for certain things, it never stops me from trying. I'm gonna read you one of my favorite quotes. Winning is one thing, but out of losing, I always learn more. One thing that I know is a driving force between my winning attitude or like we can do anything is because, one, I was lucky enough to see all types of Boston sports teams come back from a deficit, and two, even if we lose, so what? I'm not gonna just lie down and take an L, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna at least try to win if I can. Like, that way, if I lose, it's like, all right, I put forth my best efforts, so there's no regrets afterwards. That's why whenever we play on 2K, we can be down fucking 40. I'm like, dog, can we at least try to win?
Yeah. I mean, but that's perception, right? So like, my boy Twan, you know Twan.
Yeah.
When I play 2K with him, he'll look at his matchup and he'll be like, I won. He's like, y'all niggas lost. Like, in my head, bro, like, he has a point. It's perception, right? But overall, we still lost the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I never look at myself as losing, right? The game ain't over. If I lost, the game ain't over for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe it's like where you're from or something. But like me, I can't see the thought of me just quitting while the game is on. That shit irks me to my soul, though. It pisses me off. When we talk about real life, obviously there's gonna have, like, everybody's gonna have those times where you're down, you know. But you're gonna come up eventually. I said it, I don't know how many times in that other video about broke people. You know what I mean? There's gonna be time where you're down. Like, you know, you just gotta put your head down, go to work. If that's not an option, you better find a fucking way to get back on it. I mean, like, quitting, there's no option. That's not an option. You can't just quit and stop in hell. Get the fuck out of there. Why are you gonna sit down and wait, you know? So, you say you're a dog trainer, and you started your business this year. Has the thought of failing ever crept up on your mind?
Yeah, all the time. Every client that I have, all of it. But it's one of those things where if I feel like I'm failing, I kind of like reflect, and I overthink automatically as it is. So I'm like, okay, am I overthinking, right? Is there something I could do better and I know I didn't do my best at it? You know what I'm saying? You just got to think it through. And then eventually it kind of just, you know, I lock in. But I don't know, man. I think about it all the time. It's just one of those things where you have to be kind of cool about it.
How about with family? I don't want to say failing your kids, but more just like you feel that you didn't show up in the way that you needed to for like one of your kids. Let's just say that.
I address it, man. Like when I don't do something, I fucking like I don't cut myself no slack. I reflect on it, and if I fucked up, I go, damn, you fucked up, idiot. So I'm like, fuck it, just adjust. You gotta adjust at all times. Like I take the input, right? May it be input from others or input from myself, and I have to adjust. I might not adjust immediately, right?
Eventually.
It might take me 2 or 3 2Ks. But I adjust, you know?
Right. At some point, you're like, all right, this needs to change. Let me fix it up real quick.
Like, I've never been the person to not ask for help. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't mind. I'll ask for help. The worst thing you can tell me is no, right? So
Right.
for my business, I'm asking everybody around me. I'm like, what can I do for my business? Like, what can I do for this? Nobody around me has really had a business. So it's one of those things where if I ask somebody, their answer was typically, oh, I don't know, right? You have to maybe do this. I don't know. I've never done that, bro. I was kind of like, you know, out of the realm. So when I compare myself to other people who have businesses, I also have to like take that into consideration. I don't have a business background. I didn't have anybody around me that had a business background either. So, you know, that's kind of how that goes. So you got to be careful with comparing yourself, man. It takes the joy out of stuff. Also, the goalposts are different for everybody. So just be careful with it. What about you though, man? Like what's your thought on that?
Sports in general. I used to fucking suck, dog. I used to suck at baseball. I used to suck at basketball. And it wasn't like I was uncoordinated or nothing. I always had like an athletic background. It's more just I didn't know how to play. You start from ground zero, and there's other kids that have been training for a couple years up to that point, like in middle school. They're gonna dominate you,
You know,
and
like comparing yourself, so you got to be careful about that too.
so with the failing shit, my bad to go back. Don't be afraid to fail. You gotta take that risk. All right. I'd rather have you lose 100 times and win once than for you to have no attempts and feel like you missed out on something. Another one of my favorite quotes, it's not the destination, it's the journey. That's the dream. If you can enjoy the path to greatness, everything else will follow suit. That's with everything in your life. So, with that being said, get out there and go do that shit. Because if you don't believe in you, I believe in you. Fuck, nigga.
Work hard. Be somebody. Be something more than what you see in the mirror. Let the world be your mirror. Don't let them judge you, because the mirror can't judge you. You judge what you see in the mirror.